Hello and welcome to Syntero's 30th Annual Catalyst for Positive Change Awards. I'm Dom Tiberi, sports anchor at 10 TV, and I am truly honored to host this special event that recognizes the outstanding character of Central Ohio High School seniors who exemplify Syntero's values of integrity, empowerment, and innovation, and celebrates resiliency. And boy, have we needed to be resilient this year. Thank you to our virtual audience for tuning in, and to our sponsors who help support this great tradition and Syntero's services, which are needed more than ever. We have an exciting program planned. A few of this year's Catalyst Award recipients will share their personal stories of resiliency, followed by the story of Christine's Christmas and how a special young lady's legacy continues to positively impact others after her tragic passing. Then we'll hear from our keynote speaker, Curtis Moody, a leading architect who's paved the way to success for himself and others despite adversity. Lastly, we'll honor the 2021 Catalyst Award recipients and the recipient of a $1,000 scholarship. Now, first, we'd like to honor Dale and Gloria Heidloff. And personally, I want to say thank you to them, too, for all the support they have given the Maria Tiberi Foundation. Longtime champions they are of Syntero's programs and the service through monetary contributions and service during his tenure as American Electric Power's Senior Vice President of Corporate Communications. Dale also served as the MC for the Catalyst for Positive Change Awards, and Gloria served on the Syntero's Board of Trustees for many years. Dale and Gloria, thank you for your continued support. Now, all of the 2021 Catalyst Awards recipients have demonstrated the remarkable capacity to recover quickly from the ever-changing climate over the past year, both academically and personally.
I am resilient because during the pandemic, I lost my summer job, and I took the opportunity to better myself and take sign language classes through my local community college that I couldn't take at my high school.
I am resilient because while this past year has challenged me, I have been able to become a stronger leader, a more compassionate community member, and a harder working individual.
I'm resilient because I continue to stay involved and build relationships even through online.
I am resilient because I help create and currently lead Living Room Conversations National Youth Cohort Program. We did this because of the disconnect and polarization COVID-19 fueled. We wanted to create a space for teenagers to connect, have dialogue, and break down these barriers.
I am resilient because rather than letting the pandemic intimidate me from wanting to become a doctor, instead, it has only strengthened me and my desire to help others.
You know, it's always inspiring to hear of the innovative ways young people have been able to overcome the many challenges presented over the last year and how they have impacted their communities during these difficult times. Another young person who made her mark in the world during her short time here is Christine Wilson. Christine tragically lost her life to arson, but her legacy and love for children live on through Christine's Christmas, an annual concert for community members that benefit charities and programs for children.
Christine grew up next to us, and she was a great kid. You know, she loved being home with her parents as much as anything else. You know, and the neighbors. We became good friends with the whole family, and Christine became special to us because she started babysitting for our kids, and she did that at least once a week. And you find out how much you can trust a person in that kind of situation. You know, the kids were young, and you know, it was really great to see how she interacted with them. At the same time, she was really good interacting with us. I mean, she had this really great, easy, unique ability to relate to children and to adults at the same time. And you know, that's a great quality, you know, and we became, you know, sort of honorary parents. You know, she became our kind of honorary daughter. You know, we enjoyed spending time with their whole family, you know, and especially with Christine. She was just a very special person to us. And we could not have in a million years foreseen, you know, the tragedy that was just around the corner for her and for all of us who knew her. Christine's Christmas came about because of a tragedy that befell our friend Christine. She was at the age of 19, was killed in an arson fire near the OSU campus. And, you know, it was just incredibly devastating. And the Christine Wilson Foundation is an organization that uses the money that's donated, now it's principally through Christine's Christmas, uses that to better the lives of children in Central Ohio. And so her dad, Tim, came up with this idea for the foundation. And I was trying to think, what would I do to help sustain this foundation? I mean, I could do like a yearly donation or something like that. And then I was literally out cutting our grass one Sunday afternoon, and the idea just came to me in a flash that I should record. My background prior to being a radiologist, I was a professional musician. And before I went to medical school. And so I spent many years as a musician. I'm a piano player. And I thought, you know, I could probably come up with something really interesting and unique. You know, we could sell the CDs. And, you know, that would be a way that in a sustaining fashion, you know, I could keep Christine's legacy alive, and I could support her foundation at the same time. I remember going back to the place where I recorded it, Weigel Hall on the OSU campus. I went back a couple of days later and received the fully mastered version, and I realized instantly that I got exactly what I wanted to. It was very raw. It was sad. How could it not be? It was a great way for me to exercise the grief that I felt. In the months that followed, I would get emails or regular mail or people calling me or stopping me on the street and telling me how much the music meant to them and how they really connected with it. So I decided to do this as a concert, and it was a great experience. And over the years, we've grown the event, and now instead of just me playing piano, I'm still there playing piano and other keyboards, and we have a bass player, drummer, trumpet, solo cellist, a 25-piece orchestra, a 25-person choir, and 3 or 4 soloists, depending on the year. And for me, it's a great way to reconnect with that, you know, with that part of my life that, as painful as it was, has reaped incredible benefits. The last thing we have control over is what's coming to us. You live or die in these situations, and I mean figuratively, not literally. You live or die in these situations based on not what came in, but how you responded to it. And that response and the success of that response in getting you through to the next phase, is what really defines resilience. And I
You know, another person who's exemplified resilience throughout his life is Curtis Moody. Curtis has had a prosperous 48-year career and leads Moody Nolan, the largest African-American architectural firm in the country. While founding his Central Ohio-based firm in 1982, Curtis decided to build on a foundation of diversity of thought. He has continuously challenged what once was status quo and created a corporate environment that is both inclusive and equitable. Please welcome Curtis Moody.
Thanks, Tom. As you're aware, all of us travel different paths as we seek our careers, whatever profession we may decide to participate in. And again, it's all individual. Every one of us has different talents, and sometimes those talents are not realized by others. And what that means is that once you determine what you like to do and what your passion is, then it's up to you to pursue that, because others are only able to see what's on the surface of who you are. So it's very, very important to understand that because others only see the surface, they cannot determine where and how far you're going to go. And so it's very important that you persevere. And I was not encouraged in junior high school to seek the career path of an architect. And the problem at that time, and I'm a product of the 60s, end of 60s and 70s, where actually teachers also, even good-natured and teachers that felt they were doing good for their students, when they went to the magazines and the books, they also never saw African-American architects. They never knew that we could exceed in this business, in this profession. So when I, as a youngster, was going to my counselor asking them about this profession, which I didn't even know it was called architecture, I just said, who does those buildings? Who does the plans for those things? And at the time, I was encouraged to be a draft person, not the person that leads doing a project, but a person that actually is a support staff to somebody that uses their mind to create. But I wanted to use my own mind to create. I wanted to do something that just I would come up with, and no one else knew necessarily what was, behind my dream of something. And so I was, at the time, I determined that I was going to show those that did not have the faith in me that I could do what I said I could do. Now, I also know I have some friends that maybe didn't take the path of saying, "Oh, I didn't get encouragement, so I'm not going to pursue what I really would like to do." And so some of my friends fell by the wayside. Others just went on to be big, big successes. But the key, I believe, to big successes is understanding, again, your own personal passions. And then it's important, and I know many communities that we're all part of, it's important you understand that servicing our communities comes at all levels, meaning that I coined a phrase years ago: do what you can, when you can, with what you've got, while you've got it. And the whole meaning is you don't have to be a millionaire to help. You can help by strictly doing what you are capable of doing. Whatever your talents, whatever your income status, just do what you can. So, and looking at how you can contribute to your own society and communities, it's very important to understand that you also can contribute, all of you. I know some of you happen to be student athletes, and I want to speak to that group for just a minute or two. And that is because I was a student athlete, and I was fortunate. I actually, in high school, played varsity sports in football, basketball, and track, and they wanted me to play baseball, but track and baseball season happened at the same time. But even though I had scholarships in those sports, they were the schools that did not teach architecture. And so I was encouraged, maybe I should give up the dream of being an architect and be a coach because I was an athlete. And that was possible. And that would, from the academic side, they felt was a better choice for me because my grades weren't like the greatest at the time. I knew I could do the work if I put my mind to it. So my coach was encouraged by my counselor to say, recommend that he not be an architect. Tell him that architects have to do a whole lot of math, and he's just getting C's in math, and he's barely making it. And that profession requires high levels of math. So my coach came to me one day, my basketball coach, and said, you need to think of something else. And I can't encourage you to do what you're thinking about doing unless you can do better in math. And I said, so the next quarter, I did what I hadn't been doing. I studied and worked, put my mind to it, and I got an A. I didn't have a lower score than 97 on any of my tests for Algebra 2. And that was because I dedicated myself to doing what we all should do, make an effort. Make an effort to do what your ability allows you to do. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing, you know, and I didn't get A's in everything. But I knew that what I wanted to do later in my as a profession required that I understand math, and therefore I was going to master it some kind of way, and I fortunately did. In today's world, though, what I do want to bring up to date is we as a firm, we're very, very fortunate. We're the first firm of color in the United States to receive an award that had never been given to a firm of color, to an architectural firm. It is the American Institute of Architects Firm of the Year for 2021. Our firm has been given that privilege to be in history with many, many firms we only read about when I was growing up. And today, we are that firm. Our makeup, we're more diverse than any of the preceding firms. We have more female employees. We have more minority employees. We have more people of color, nationalities, and ethnic groups. I think we cover 11 continents or something like that in our firm. Now, we're a large firm today because we're over 200 people, and architectural firms normally range about 8 to 10 people as a firm. But we have 11 offices, so we have 8 to 10 people in every office we have, and then we have more and bigger offices throughout, depending upon location. But in doing that, again, you don't do that without a lot of help, meaning that people, good-natured people, good people who don't see the fact that, no, yes, an African-American firm has not been hired by this university yet, especially in the prime role. We were going after work to be the lead firm, not the strictly supporting firm. And we've been fortunate to have been given that opportunity. So I say to all you students, again, I want to encourage you from the vantage point of you can contribute in whatever profession you decide to pursue. You can do things that none of us can tell you right now what that is. And that's a good thing because it's unknown. And from that, I want to, again, congratulate all the Catalyst Award winners for having received this award. And I thank you for allowing me to speak for a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis, for sharing your inspiring story. Curtis, without further ado, please help me welcome our 2021 Catalyst for Positive Change.
I'm Julie Irwin-Rinaldi, and I'm the CEO of Syntero. And I just want to thank everybody for your involvement in this celebration of these amazing young people today. I want to thank the young people for being givers and healers and for being kind and bringing joy to others people's lives. You are going to have a very fulfilled life, because if you continue to do this, you will impact people's lives in ways you can't even imagine yet. So I'm very hopeful that our future is in your hands, and I think we're in very good hands. I'd also want to thank all of the other adults that shared their stories of resilience today. Very hopeful, and appreciated you sharing your stories, and appreciate your willingness to reach out and make this world a better place as well. And just thank you to our sponsors, everybody that works with Syntero as partners. And I just want to wish all of you a lot of joy and happiness and healing, and continue to reach out. Congratulations to the honorees, and thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Congratulations. Now all the Catalyst Award recipients have been entered into a drawing for a $1,000 scholarship in honor of Hannah Thompson, a Syntero licensed professional nurse who tragically passed away during the pandemic. Thank you to the Syntero psychiatry team for raising funds to continue Hannah's legacy.
What's going on, guys? We're LDD. We want to thank the Catalyst Awards for having us for this. We're happy to be here. You know, it's been a pretty tough year for you guys, but we hope next year's a little bit better. This song's called Hey You.
Almost like I'm digging my own grave. Put a nail in the coffin, sick with loneliness, but sure impossible to ever resist. Your days are long and lonesome, I know you're over it. Holding your heart for ransom, I'm willing to pay for it. Break out of your mind. Hey you, I know that you're feeling it too. Brand new, strutting up and down that avenue. Ain't sweating nothing lately. Everybody's going crazy. So come through, 'cause I'm just trying to spend a little time with you. Will this day ever end? I keep asking myself time and time again.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing me to be part of this, and thank you for watching Syntero's Catalyst for Positive Change Awards and celebrating resiliency. These are the best of the best, folks. Thank you so much. God bless and be safe.